Hello, dear kids. So in this video, we will learn about clocks, the analog clocks, and the angles between the two hands. When I say two hands, it's like hour hand and minute hands. Okay, so let's get started. Are you ready? Clocks and angles. So this activity is about analog clocks. We are not talking about the digital clocks which you see um, people are wearing, which just shows the date like 12:48. But we are talking about the analog clocks, the one you have seen on the first slide. So this activity is about analog clocks and the angle made by hands of the clock. Okay, so let's keep on moving. So as we already know, the cumulative sum of all the angles within a circle is 360 degree, and most of these analog clocks, they all are circular. So the angles made within the circle is sum of all those angles are 360. Now as you might have seen that the time is divided from 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it goes up to 12. So the circle is divided into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and up to like 12. So there are 12 angles or 12 portion. The circle is divided into 12 parts. So the total sum of angles is 360. So what would be the size of or angle made by this arc? Would be 360 degree divided by 12, that is 30 degree. So each circle, each arc is of 30 degree. Now this is something, this information is something we are going to use in later section, but keep in mind. So let's talk about some of the facts, okay, which you will have to remember in order to solve these problems in within few seconds. So the first one is the long hand, or you can say the minute hand, rotate 6 degree every minute. Okay, so in, let's say, in 10 minutes it will move 60 degree. Okay, now the second one is the short hand rotates 30 degree every hour. Okay, so in 1 hour it will move 30 degree. So if I ask you how many minute a degree it will move in 6 hours, it will be 30 times 6, which is 180 degree. Now to remember, because it moves 30 degree in 1 hour, so how much will it move in 1 minute? It will move one half, or 0.5 degree only. Okay, and obviously we all know the second hand rotates 360 degree in 1 minute, because it takes the whole circle in 1 minute. So these are the three facts, kids, you need to remember, and they will help you a lot while solving these clock problems. So let's keep moving. Now the next one is fraction interval. Now what is fraction interval? So each interval between numbers is 30 degree. We know that. So if the hand is on a particular number, let's say 1, 2, 3, etc., then you know how much angle it has moved. But but let's say if the clock or the hand is in between. So let's say if if I say 4 hour 30, 4:30, what is the angle made by the hour clock? So you know it will be somewhere between 4 and 5, but you don't know how much. So that is something, the fractional part. you need to calculate the fractional part, and then only you will be able to find the final answer. Now what do? You calculate the number of degrees for any fractional part of intervals. The diagram that follows illustrate this process. So you know that diagram, we have already shown that. So let's say we talk about 4:30. What is the angle made by the hour clock? So the minute one is pretty simple because the minute hand is going to be at 6. So what will be the angle made by that? 30 times 6 is 180, because you know it has already crossed the 6 30-degree arcs. Now, in order to calculate the hour one, we already know it would be somewhere between 4 and 5. So for the 4, we already got 120 degree. Now, what is the fractional part it has moved? We know that in 1 hour, which is 60 minutes, it will move from 4 to 5. So it will move the 30 degree. Okay. Now, in 30 minutes, how much it is to move? 1/2. So the 1/2 of 30 is 50. So another 15 degree. The total would have moved 120 plus 15, which is 135 degree. Now, there are some more notes which you need to remember. It doesn't matter whether we are talking about 1 p.m. or 1 a.m. The answer is exactly same because the clock is only 12 hours. Okay. The second fact you need to remember, the angle between hands at
1 o'clock.
could be given as two answers. The reflex angle it will make is 330, while the acute angle would be only 30 degree. But, okay, so unless they will ask you what is the reflex angle or the clockwise angle or anti-clockwise angle, you will always choose the one which is the smaller, which is acute or obtuse. That's the angle you need to respond. But if they ask you tell me the clockwise angle made or tell me the anti-clockwise angle made, then only you will go for it. So let's do the first activity. So what is it? How many of such arcs are there in a complete turn? So we are talking about this arc. So we already know there are 12 arcs and they all total make up to 360 degrees. Okay. Now let's do the second activity. What is the angle between the hands of a clock at 2:30? So we have shown this clock here. The the minute one is at 6, you already know, and the hour one will be somewhere between 2 and 3. So let's see how are we going to solve this problem. Okay, at 2:30, the minute hand points to 6, as we already discussed, and the hour point between 2 and 3. And because it's just halfway, 30 minutes, so it will be in between. Okay, so we'll somewhere between this dot line. So we need to count from this to this. So we know this is 15 degree, and every one is 30. 30, 30, and 30. And you can say 90 plus 15 is 105. Okay. Now, there are a few questions where I want you to practice now. So, kids, you can pause this video here and calculate this. How much angle our hand will form at 7 p.m. Okay, you can pause here and you can resume later. Okay, so let's talk about. We know our hand rotate by 30 degree in 1 hour. So when it will reach 1 o'clock, 30, then another 30, etc. etc. So total, how much time it What angle it has traveled? It has traveled 210 degree. Okay, we got just 7. Or as I said, there is one angle like this, and the second angle is this one. Or we can say this angle is going to be 150. And as I said, guys, because this question does not ask you whether it's anti-clockwise angle or the clockwise angle, then what should be the answer you guys need to write? 150. Now let's do another practice. Um, you can again pause here and can solve this by yourself. Okay. So how much angle minute hand will rotate from 12 at 7:30? Okay. So we know the minute hand rotates 6 degree in 1 minute. Okay. So at 30 minute, how much angle it must have moved? 30 times 6, which is 180 degree. Okay. Now the third, there's another exercise we are going to do. How much angle hour and minute hand will form at 6:45? So you can see this hour will be somewhere here, while the minute one will be at 9. So kids, you can pause this video here and can do it by yourself. Okay, so let's try to solve this. Angle traveled by minute hand, we know in 1 minute it takes moves 6 degree. So in 45 minutes it will move 6 times 45, which is 270 degrees. So this angle up till here is going to be 270. Now we'll try to find out the angle for hour clock. So for the hours, we know it has crossed 6. So for 6, it will be 6 times 30. But here we need to calculate the fraction. What is the fraction? Or you know the minutes. The hour clock moves 0.5 degree every minute. So we need to calculate for 45 minutes. So we'll do 45 times 0.5. And if you sum them, it will be 202 degree. So we know this whole angle is 270 and this angle up to here is 202. So in order to calculate this angle, what do we have to do? Absolutely correct. We'll take this angle minus this angle. So if we do that, the answer would be 67.5 degree. Now another exercise for you. How much reflex angle? Kids, you need to remember, see I'm saying here reflex angle. The hands will form at 3:20. See, I'm not writing AM and PM because it doesn't matter. Okay, somewhere so your clock will like something like this. Now you can pause this video again here and try to solve this question by yourself. Okay, so let's continue. The angle traveled by our hand, which is it would be somewhere between 3 and 4. So we'll calculate the angle up to 3, which is 3 times 30, 90 degree. And the minute clock, so in 20 minutes, the hour one would have moved 20 times 0.5. Because if you remember from the initial slides, we have said that the hour clock moves 0.5 degree every minute. So in 20 minutes, it will move 20 times 0.5. So that if we sum them, the answer would be 100 degree. Now we will calculate the angle traveled by the minute clock. And we already know it's at the 4. So it will be 4 times 30 is 120 degree. Now, so we know these angles. But remember, we were asked reflex angle. So if you do 120 minus 100, and if you say answer is 20, then it's a wrong answer. The correct answer would be 360 minus 20, because you know this angle is 20. So this whole angle, which is reflex angle, is going to be 360, because you remember the total angles in a circle is 360. So 360 minus 20 is 340 degree. Kids, hope you have liked this video. If you have liked this video, please subscribe the channel. Thank you. Bye.